Is a red roll 20 dice mug. So it's like a roll. It's a 20-sided dice mug.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, it has a lid for it. It's mostly for tea, but I'm using it for water.
Hello.
Do, 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 do.
Hi, Gates and
Peanut butter and
Cameron.
pretzels.
I know, we're
yeah.
late. We had a road trip and it took a little bit longer than we thought it would take.
Yeah.
So we're about an hour late. We're so sorry.
We
please.
had some technical difficulties.
But that I mean blame satirical.
Yes, blame me.
Oh my god, you're actually showing the picture.
Do you like it?
Dude, it's like Kim Kardashian screaming at
Yes. I look at the kid and then that weird animated guy sitting on the fountain. Alrighty. So should we wait a little bit for other people to come?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, probably. I'd say about 10 is your normal show up, so we might as well wait for them.
An
Are you
army
sure?
has its use. It can go and fight a war.
You can kill your entire family, like Mr. Bunny.
Says I have 5 people viewing now.
Yeah.
Tells me you have 7.
Stop
one of
going
them.
full screen, dang.
I'm one of them as well.
You guys need to stop.
No.
You
Never.
are live.
I invited 2 friends playing Overwatch, so I don't know if they're in or not, or if they'll be here.
Oh my god, it's you. It's oh god. I don't know. I never know what to call him. Yo-yo is what Claire.
Yes,
And then I call him like
Yo-yo.
Hoja.
That's what we all call him.
No, I don't do face cam. I don't even have a webcam. So like.
Jericho doesn't show her face because she
Oh.
doesn't want to.
It's that it
It's all
went
about the
offline.
mystery.
Oh, now it's back up. Well, I didn't tell you.
She's
stop.
not an internet slut.
Excuse you.
Said you're not one. Jesus.
All right.
Do you want to be one?
So I want to see if this changes
hey.
it.
It's Uriel. He's one of the ones that I invited
Oh
from
yeah, I
Overwatch.
remember him the other day. Welcome,
Hello.
buddy. Chum pal friend, totally.
I'm gonna see if it switches to the roles.
It did.
Because she's
Did it?
actually a
Yeah, it
40-year-old
did.
black
Oh, good,
man.
on my
good.
screen.
Oh.
Good.
It's
Not even I
confirmed
knew that
my
one.
sister is a black man.
A 40-year-old.
I'm not black.
Is that the only thing you're
Yeah, that's the only thing you have a question with.
No, I'm gonna
If
make.
he could be mod.
No, I'm gonna make. I think I'll make Hoja mod though,
Ojo.
Yo-yo, thank you very much.
cause I trust him. Manage moderators.
It's yo-yo but
Okay, I have to go to your YouTube channel to make you a moderator.
me?
No. Why would
Since
I
you say
ever
that.
talk about you? Okay.
Oh. I get it.
It means that you can stop people from talking if
Who
they're doing
else-
bad,
who else
put
should
them
I
time out
make?
corner, kick them, ban them, such like that from the show.
Oh god, it's Tay with her weird account.
Oh, that's a spooky count. What? Tay, your icon makes me think of H2O Delirious as a lady, but I know that's Homestuck.
Yeah, Mulan is so cute. The picture.
All right, and I put some blocked words too. Yay, you're
Like-
actually a mod. So cool. So cool. So cool. So cool.
Sister?
Yes. Still.
I just
So
heard
who's-
so cool, so cool, so cool.
Hey,
But the
So-
Uriel,
who's that?
someone I
That's
was
a
playing
friend
with
of
Overwatch.
Is it
It's
someone I
fine.
know? Put my sister in timeout.
Oh my god.
I want to
No.
go on timeout.
Don't put me in timeout.
All right,
Put
I
me
think
in place, daddy.
I think we have enough. I think we have enough people now to begin.
Yeah.
So is everyone ready?
Aw.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start by introducing the town of Shire, and then we're gonna introduce Ivy and Motoko.
Introduced.
Shut up. And then stuff is gonna happen, but first, I'll ask where G and are you guys like walking into the town, or are you guys already in the town?
I've been in the town. I have an inn.
Been
Staying
in
in
town.
an inn.
And you're still the drow elf.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
So are
Been
we all
in
gonna
town.
meet in the chocolate pineapple, like usual?
I mean,
Okay.
I
Is
have a
that
reference
what the
picture.
cafe's called?
It's being called that now, apparently.
This
So dumb.
this is still the chocolate orange, but here I'll write on it so it says pineapple. Well, let me just
What?
make it.
Then you'd have to join every other stream because D&D is very important. And if you have a character, then you gotta like be there every single stream to play your character out. It was the chocolate orange, but then it was no, because Cody didn't want the chocolate orange. She wanted chocolate pineapple, and
orange
it's
are
not
yum.
stupid. So that's what we're gonna
There, that's a pineapple.
Yummy.
That's a
Hey,
pineapple.
sister,
do.
Yeah.
It's buffering.
you consider Widowmaker your main on Overwatch?
No.
No,
I
obviously
mean,
McCree is
actually, I think so. Possibly.
Your favorite to play?
obviously Makari-san is her favorite.
Makari-san. Alright, how do I fix this freaking video output?
Oh, look, you put a little pineapple on it. Wow, that's so cool.
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you
You
like
just add
it.
leaves to the orange.
Shut your face.
No,
When
the
did you
leaves
draw
are green.
this?
I just
Oh,
did
it
it.
was a while back.
No, it was not a while back. Alright,
It was when we
so...
were doing the original campaign.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was when we did the original. Alright, so I'm gonna begin with the opening. That's... Also, I'm gonna message you real quick, Hoja, and I'll tell you what words aren't allowed. So that you can ban people or put them in timeout if they start cursing. Wait, what are you in Skype?
I mean, we kind of curse to an extent. And I think it's YOLO or whatever, something like that.
I don't remember.
I thought it
Yes,
was like
saying YOLO
radical.
will get you banned. No question.
What's your... Because I know you had that Sans picture, didn't you?
Saying yo is an automatic ban. Oh no, I said it.
What's
Ban Cody.
What's your Skype? I forgot, Hoja. Yo-yo. I could have sworn you were on here, on normal, like...
it was moved.
You're
I
smoking
leave.
quartz. Oh, okay. Smoku quartz. My gender is yo-yo.
My
I'll be
ginger.
right back, guys. I have to toss something in the garbage.
Excessive.
My name is. It's nice to meet you all.
His name beautiful.
No, I only need
It's
one
pretty hard
moderator
to
beginner.
pronounce.
So I finally watched the last two episodes of whatever
Season
you
1.
call it, Dimension Seekers,
Oh.
and I'm not gonna lie, you speak too much gibberish.
I
Yeah, too many inside jokes.
No, it was like okay, like at one point you could see that Momo was responding to you even though you weren't typing, and it was quite funny. It happened so many times.
All right.
Even
Yeah.
Grom did it
Everyone,
too.
quiet. No, YOLO isn't banned. You can say YOLO. Oh, also, no excessive
Yeah,
use
that
of...
was a joke. That was a joke.
No excessive use of... Or use of XD. Or, oh, shoot. I mean, XD. No talking about your
Why?
exes. Okay, because it's annoying. All right. So, anyways, let's begin. All right, everyone ready? All right. So, our story begins in the land of Shire. The land of Ignoramus has been divided into 4 sections. With each new section, a magic overcomes them, dividing them by making an eternal section in each. There is winter, summer, autumn, and spring. Each different section has a king or queen. Queen Ursa of the Winter Kingdom. Hold on. Maybe I should display pictures of all the guys and girls and gals. Just give me 5 seconds. I have all the pictures here.
I believe I have them too.
This is him.
It's Elsa of the Winter Kingdom.
There we go. All right, so we have Queen Ursa of the Winter Kingdom. King
now it shows
Tumnus.
us-
You
what
showed
you got, B?
Archeron's picture for that. You showed the wrong one.
No, I'm talking. No. Guys, there's a lag on it, remember?
Oh,
So-
yeah.
I was still a queen.
So, the Queen, then King Tumnus of Autumn, then Queen Charisna of Summer, and finally my favorite, King Bob of
Ugh.
Spring.
Oh, Bob is awful. I hate Bob.
You guys
He's from
don't
the
have any
Summer
humor.
Kingdom.
What time do you think this is, Bob? This is Fantasyland. You can't wear a suit and tie and goggles like that.
Yes, you can. Okay.
And the
So-
cool bark crown.
Also, he's a dying king of the ever beautiful spring. So, alright, our story starts out in the ever-changing autumn section, where Shur lies. Also, you guys didn't write your backstories.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
were you supposed to do that?
It's
Another
alright.
thing.
Alright,
I already have my backstory, so I guess I'm fine.
so,
I told you my backstory last time, but
quiet,
you edited it out.
quiet! Alright, so our story begins in the chocolate pineapple. This is where our heroes, let me switch to them. Our heroes, Motoko and Ivy, hanging out.
Hey.
Oh my god, they're so cute together. Look at them.
I know, right?
Oh, and also, guys, check this out. I have some cool skills. Just watch. She can sneer. She can glance. She has slitted eyes. Loser face, I guess. Oh,
Which one
so
looks
cute.
ugly?
Oh, so cute.
Someone said you looked ugly.
Which one
Okay.
looks ugly? How dare you?
I don't know.
Hey, Motoko. Look, I'm changing all the expressions. Alright, so it starts out with Ivy and Motoko hanging out in the cafe at their favorite seat. It's a mildly full cafe. It's one of the hot spots in the village of Shur. So Ivy and Motoko are known to be regulars in this town. Motoko being a whatever this is, a creature with ears and a tail. And
Whatever
Ivy
this
being
is.
a Byrally, which is a cat person, I guess. So let's
Yes,
go back
it's a
to them.
homebrew class. Or not class, race. Homebrew race.
So, in the corner of the cafe, a man is yelling about needing cake. He's a larger man, very large. They know him as Anton, the annoying cafe fatty, as we lovingly call him. So, how does Ivy begin their day? Taylor.
So, Motoko, you know, I've been really thinking. I really want to take over this cafe when I have enough experience and just totally remodel it. I mean, the chocolate pineapple sounds so stupid.
No, it doesn't. Sorry,
Shut
just
up.
let Archer interject here, okay?
No, Arturo's not even in the
No.
cafe yet. Quiet. Remember,
Okay.
Cody, don't talk unless, you're involved, remember?
Yeah. Like,
Alright.
who even thinks of the chocolate pineapple? Where does that even come from?
I don't know.
Who-
Chocolate orange
Who
is way
dips
better.
Pineapples in chocolate and then names a cafe after it.
Motoko responds with a from the back room, the famous, totally famous, definitely everyone knows him as being apathetic and chill. The chef comes out. He's a chill looking guy. He mostly just acts like he doesn't really care. He has
Pouches.
a cake platter on his hand as he walks over to Ivy and Motoko's table, setting the cake down in front of Ivy, where Motoko has her own little tea.
Ivy plucks the strawberry off of it and tucks it right in her mouth and sets to Scooby-Dooing this cake. Just- she just shoves the cake in her mouth in a very cartoonish fashion and then licks up the remains.
Chef is still standing there as though waiting for Ivy to say something to him, because they usually
Hold
have
on, let me-
conversations? Question mark.
Question mark? Yes. How do I do this without pretending I have my mouth full? I can't do that. So her mouth's full. She's spitting out cake as she talks. And it takes her a couple tries to actually swallow and finish what's in her mouth before she can actually talk without spitting on him. This is one of your best ones yet, Chef. You really need to share with me all your recipes.
Oh god. Hold on, I'm playing with these. You should really show me all your recipes, she says with big ol' eyes and a big grin. Alright.
You're just playing with her talk sprite?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I wasn't listening to what you said, so Chef just shrugs his shoulders and wanders back into the back. Anton begins screaming from his booth, demanding more cake, which is brought out to him by the truckful. A window opens up beside Anton, and a mechanically controlled truck is just dumping a giant cake onto his table to please him. Oh yeah, good night!
Yeah, Hoja has to...
Anyway, we don't really need mods anyways, I'm here. Actually, here, I'll give you mod 2 too, just in case.
Hey.
And moderator.
I want you
There you go.
as well.
Yeah, type in the chat so I know. Chef is too cool for school. Alright, so, as Chef wanders off and Anton is fed and Ivy and Motoko just chill out, our scene goes to the pathway leading into town. A woman walks in. Oh, let me get her picture. A woman walks
A very
into town.
large woman.
Accompanied by her 2 wolves. Is her skin blue?
Her skin's brown.
A blind woman, as is probably obvious with the cloudiness of her eyes, walks into town, seeming generally natural, but people are still wary, as they always are with newcomers. See, people are very racist in this town, so if anyone's, like, not human, they're curious, but some people to themselves about how she's bringing in these mangy mutts into their town. So what is G doing? I almost said Isa.
G basically ignores them and keeps walking. Her wolves, though, generally look at their direction and almost glare at them.
The stream's
they
offline.
continue walking. Oh, the turtle club's dead.
Yeah, I was starting to lag out, but it says it's still up for me.
Okay. It's just buffering.
Yeah, don't worry, just keep going.
But did you hear what I said before or no?
Yeah, go ahead and say it again.
She generally ignores them, but her wolves, though they keep on walking down the path, her wolves look slightly at the people talking and glare, only to receive a gentle pat by her hand as she keeps walking on.
Oh, by the way, Leafpool, what
Huh?
what type of Jin is she? Is she, like, what version?
There wasn't really much of a version list in the thing, so
She was the 4E one.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that because we were discussing this in the car, that maybe she should have cuffs on her wrist to...
she should, yeah, I guess. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll add that when I digitalize her picture.
Nice.
Play a Jin if you want to be from the elemental chaos, to be seeking regain lost in might. Seeking artifacts of their race. Okay, that's not important.
The
Anyways.
artifact one is the one
Yeah.
that was, remember?
Alright.
Yeah, she's...
I'm trying to find an artifact.
So, where is Isa heading right now? In the town?
G. It's G, not Isa.
G, sorry, G.
She's saying, well, her wolves are leading her towards food, so I guess the cafe.
So, G approaches the cafe.
You're too used to Isa.
G
Um,
approaches the chocolate pineapple. As she enters, the many amazing faces of Sure turn around in their seats to look at her. They stare at her wolves, and an employee, just a bland-faced employee, how about he looks like this, guy here, he walks up to G and looks at her wolves and says, "You can't bring those in here."
They're from my eyesight. I have to have them, or I will bump into everything, make a huge mess in here.
You should probably get a walking stick, but you're not allowed to have animals in here. This is
Why are
this
you
is
here?
this
Oh my god.
this guy right here that hold on, I'll circle.
I don't
This
think that
guy-
we can see it from
It's
the
not
stream.
loaded yet. It's still on Ivy.
Yeah.
Ivy.
Don't worry about it. You guys will see eventually. Oh man, I wish I could show you guys what I'm looking at, but
If only.
because they'll see the stuff in time with the stuff that I'm looking at. Hold on, I'm gonna reset the stream page. Like I'm
refreshing my stream.
yeah
to see if that
refreshing to
helps.
see if it works. No, it's still stuck there.
No, it's still on Ivy.
Anyways,
At least I was so
Her
adorable.
face is just too good
Face is
to
cute.
leave.
I wonder if this is like an internet problem. Should I pause it for a second? Like stop the stream
Yeah,
for a
maybe
second?
pause it. Pause it for a second, maybe.
Stream to. Like,
Oh,
they can't
no,
hear us
it wasn't the freaking stream. I'm such an idiot. It's because I'm an idiot. It was because I didn't freaking switch them on the actual stream. I'm so smart. Oh my god, I'm so smart. So, anyways, I meant to say that the guy who approached G is this guy sitting on top of the fountain, and the guy, after he talks about Isa's wolves and says that she can't have them in there, this lost-looking fellow steps in, looking around. He grabs his sunglasses, even though it's darker inside than it is outside, and he puts his sunglasses on, and he says, is this, like, where am I? Like, is, like, a historical document, or a historical, like, place around here? And, like, this guy looks up at him and
Name-
says... This guy looks
Name
up at
is
him
Fun
and
with Bear
says,
Bear.
"What?"
The confused looking man's name is Fun with Bear Bear.
Oh, that's me. And so, the guy just shakes his head and says, "Sir, this is just a small town. There's nothing historical here." And then he looks back at G, trying not to get distracted, and says, "You have to stick your wolves outside, and I'll seat you to a table, I guess, if you want, but these wild animals are not allowed inside our fine establishment."
They're not wild. They're very tame, sir.
I don't care what you say they are. All I know is that that's
Oof.
the
They're
rules.
not as wild as you are, it seems.
I'm not wild. Just because I have a long V-neck doesn't mean I'm wild. It just means that I know how to party, and also...
Again, I am blind, sir. I cannot see what you are wearing. But I do know you're being very rude.
I'm not...
I suggest you please stop.
Oh my god. And then he walks off into the room just mumbling to himself, and Chef comes out and walks over to G after looking around and noticing her. He says, "Ma'am, I don't know what he was saying to you, but you're not allowed to have wolves in here because some people are allergic, and we don't want people to sneeze because a bunch of dog hair got everywhere." And yes, they do shed. They are normal wolves. Wolves shed.
I was going to argue with you, sir. I can understand completely what you mean.
Ivy, listening in on this, slams her hands on the table and stands up, looking very surprised. Who said that animals aren't allowed in here? Are you kicking me out?
You just please confused.
I'm looking. No.
You're just messing with the
Who
expression.
says animals aren't allowed in here? She says. I'm looking.
Her
Oh,
eyes are still
cute.
sparkly.
Oh, I like the sparkly eyes.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Chef looks back at Ivy and sighs and says, "Look, I know that, you know, you're obsessed with animals and stuff, but these are dogs, Ivy. You're a cat. Just imagine what could happen. What horrors
I
will
look
ensue."
down at the
Anyone,
wolves.
unless necessary.
As long as they're not trying to chase me, I'm fine with them.
Oh no, they say they didn't want to attack you.
Did they?
Yes,
I can only understand cats. I can't understand wolves.
I can understand these two very well. I've had them for a very long time.
Come on, Chef.
Chef
They're her
sighs.
service animals.
He sighs heavily and then says, "You should get them service dog vests then." And then he.
This is Fantasyland? We don't have those?
Okay, it's like a mix between modern and fantasy. So he gestures over to a lone table off in the corner of the chocolate pineapple, somewhere around this side. Or here, this side.
I don't ever get
She nods softly, and the
And-
wolves lead her to that corner. They sit down under the table, away from everyone else.
Chef moves over to G and he's about to hand her a menu and then says, "Do you already know what you want?"
Just a simple cake will do, from what I can smell.
Okay, we have like vanilla,
He's gonna hand her a
chocolate.
menu.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Hold on."
Vanilla.
Vanilla? Okay. And he turns and wanders off and looks at Ivy like, do you want to, like, I don't know, it feels awkward now. And then he wanders
She
back.
waggles her eyebrows at him.
And then he wanders back into the main room. And I'm just going to give her a happy face. Apparently, oh no, narrowed. Smile! Oh. So, do you do anything,
She
Ivy?
mostly just sits there petting her dogs quietly, but she
Petting her
looks like
doge.
she relatively believes Ivy is, and smiles gently at her.
Ivy, with her eyes closed in a smile, like an anime girl, does not see it. Because no one can see it.
Okay, there we
No
go.
one can see through smile eyes like that.
Make them close.
Doesn't make
Here we
any
go.
sense.
Walks over. She's walking over to Isa, and then G. God, and then what?
She squats down to look at the wolves under the table and looks up at G. How tame are they? Can I pet them? Are they nice?
She looks at her wolves, looks back at Ivy, or
She angles
again,
her face
where
at
she
her
heard Ivy's
wolves.
voice coming from, and nods. They say you can pet them. Just be very careful around their ears.
What are you doing with her face?
Oh my god!
I'm just staring at the expressions. Looks at Ivy like a pedophile. No, Ivy's legal, I guess.
She's 22.
All
He
right.
is much older than Ivy.
All right, and then what? Oh, she looks so cute in this picture.
She said, G says that Ivy can pet them. Just be careful around their ears.
What's up
'Cause
with
the
their
ears are
ears?
sensitive. The ears are sensitive
I mean,
as anything.
Oh, cute. Hold on. Cute dog, she says with an open mouth.
alright. Ivy reaches over to let the wolves sniff her hands first before she tries to touch them.
They do
If-
so, and the
Do they mind her
smaller-looking
cat scent?
one, the smaller looking one, who looks sort of female. Oh my god, so terrible. Who looks possibly the female, licks Ivy and her tail wet, while the bigger looking one just stares.
Alright, hold on.
She
fine.
smiles and
There we
says,
go. Lick.
"Gaia seems to like you."
Gaia? That's a pretty
Gaia.
ominous name.
Wait, what's
It's
its name?
short for diamond. D-I-A. Gaia.
Apparently,
I-
I cannot make
I would normally pronounce that like Dia,
Okay, it has a.
but she's sweet. They don't chase cats, do they? Because
Oh no.
there's a
No,
lot
no,
of
no.
wild cats
Of
around
course
here.
not. They would never do such thing.
Perfect. Or should I say, perfect?
By how you're acting, I'm guessing you are a cat folk of some kind?
I am a bee rally. I have
Oh.
ears and a tail.
Very
And
interesting.
Ivy turns. Stop it, she's not petting G.
Why was you pet me?
Ivy turns to like brush her tail against G's arm. So, feel it?
No. A very soft tail.
Yeah, it's not as coarse as wolf fur.
Hey, Jen asked, "Hey Ivy, Hey Ivy, is your is your favorite supervillain?"
I answered.
Oh, Poison Ivy. Oh. See, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, don't worry.
So, so as they're communicating, Motoko sits alone like a god dang loner, and
Being very silent.
receives.
She dies inside.
And receives. Oop, no.
Proceeds to cut Ivy's hand off.
And she receives no recognition from her best friend Ivy. What do you just like watch just on the screen? And this is what I said from her best friend Ivy. So
That's funny.
so as they communicate, Ivy and G hanging out, it goes to Archeron in the inn, which is like right next to the cafe. Here, I'll show you on the map where it is. It's like
On the
right
map.
where it's where Kim Kardashian is. It's this building right here.
Kim. Okay. Right. So. Okay. So Archeron's gonna step out of the inn. He's going to glance at the yelling Kim Kardashian for a second. And then he turns. Why are you circling the Minecraft one? Why is the Minecraft one even there? Archeron
He looks
shakes
at Kim
his head.
Kardashian. Shakes.
Archer
head.
shakes his head, wondering what the hell he's talking about. He walks to the cafe that someone suggested to him, and he or not someone suggested to him. It was obviously the guy at the fountain. So he walks to the chocolate pineapple, which, by the way, is the best name anyone's ever come up with. So
It's a very bad thing.
That's totally
just
lame.
saying. So he walks inside, hoping for no trouble because he doesn't have dogs.
Mhm.
Oh God, please no.
Continue. Go ahead. What do you do?
So he looks around wondering if he needs to be seated or if he just can choose any seat he wants.
There's a number of empty places to sit at currently. So you can sit at a booth or at a regular old table.
Sit at a booth in a very
Oh, I grabbed the chocolate. I grabbed
like the very very corner of the very very corner.
Isn't that where G is?
No, I'm on the other corner. I'm the opposite corner. Why is the on my name?
I don't know. Alright, so anyways, you have a seat, and over from the kitchen, Chef brings G her cake, and then he wanders over to Archeron and hands him a menu and says, "Go ahead and order from that. Call me over when you're ready, or do you already know what you want?"
I need a few minutes. Thank you.
He nods and then wanders away.
Archeron looks at the menu.
There's it's a lot of sweets mainly. There's some filler food. They have very little meats, but they do have some meaty dishes that are also sort of presented as desserts. It's mostly just a cafe for sweets, but they also have herbal teas, coffee, regular tea,
Okay.
etc.
I know what I want. Oh, I know what I want. I know.
Tell
So,
us!
They have cheesecake.
Of course they do. Cheesecake is delish.
Okay, well, I want a cheesecake. Wait, no, I need to call him over. Isn't his name just Chef, right?
Yes.
Chef. Archeron shouts, unsure.
Wait, oh, you just say Chef, like that's his name. That's
Chef
not his real name, but that's
Brady.
something. So, Chef comes back out to you, to Archeron, and says, "Yo,
I want to order the cheesecake with some green tea.
is that it?"
That's it.
All right. So, he wanders off to go get you your
Wait,
food.
no. Archeron hands him the menu because he's polite.
Oh, he takes the menu then. and everyone is free to do whatever. So what are Ivy and G up to as Artron's
She's eating
waiting?
a bit of her cake slowly, while Daya is
Belly
letting
rubs.
I'm tired. Is letting Ivy pet her. The other dog is staring at Artron.
Ivy's still awkwardly trying to keep up that conversation as she awkwardly pets this awkward stranger's awkward pets.
Archon just going to.
Why is it awkward?
Archon's gonna
Ivy's not
glare
awkward.
at the dog that's looking at him and do the weird anime thing that people do. He like squints his eyes and then he like goes. It's like.
The animal probably doesn't even notice him because he's a freaking nerd.
So the big
Oh.
male wolf does not really pay much attention to him. He just watches him and watches the area around him.
Archon doesn't
So-
like dogs.
Wolves like foxes too. Because I have a fox friend over in that other corner being like very antisocial right now. She should have come with me, but you know.
Mhm.
Ivy gives a pointed look over to Motoko.
She nods softly.
Motoko
They
sips her
have no
tea.
problem. They don't really hunt unless told to.
Matoko's just hiding in the corner.
Zenyatta really wants Cody to die.
God, look at how bad it looks when I resize her.
Everyone wants me to freaking die. I don't know why.
Who?
I don't know what I did.
Zenyatta in the chat.
I'm gonna make her smaller, resize her constantly until she's a really ugly JPEG. Let me just. Here we go. Oh wait, where is it? No,
Oh, you're Momo now.
I am Momo. So, what is our? Whoa, what the heck? Why is it turning like that? All right.
So you have great taste. You ordered one of the cakes.
Mhm. Just talking to you, G.
Oh.
J.
Oh, it's just funny watching Motoko go along the screen.
Yes.
So guys, everyone in the comments, describe something wacky that you want to happen in the cafe, and we'll choose the best one to happen.
Nothing Butch related, no. Just no
Yeah,
Butch.
Butch isn't in this session.
But just not in this.
I don't even know what Butch is, but anything that's to do with a Butch, like
Experience.
anything
awkward.
related to
So
a Butch
sad
thing,
because
just no.
everyone needs their own racist humanoid
Disagree.
in a D&D.
Cody
Ooh,
dies.
Rick
No.
It's their
No one's.
snark.
Hot man
Again,
arrives.
killing people off.
Hot man arrives.
Yes.
It's too early.
We have plot armor
Oh my
right now.
God, Zenyatta.
None of us can die right now. Plot armor.
Yeah, no one dies. Don't. The next person who says
Zenyatta
Cody
doesn't
dies
like
is going to
Cody.
is going to be put into timeout. Stop. No one's
And
dying.
Zenyatta.
Zenyatta.
Zenyatta, I'm gonna put you into timeout.
Zenyatta,
Stop.
you really need to
Stop being a naughty boy.
tranquility.
Hi, Tracer. You weren't supposed to do it yet. It was a
Good.
warning. Any whoosies. So, any other thing? Cause we can't have a death battle. I mean, the only thing is that a hot man arrives. And,
Obviously,
like-
he's already here.
I mean,
Yeah,
Bob isn't
yeah,
supposed to
anyway.
show up yet.
Bob is not a hot man. He's not.
All right. So, if someone was doing a charming roll, what would be the saving throw for that?
If someone is trying to charm you, then you'd roll insight. I don't know
Oh my
if that's on
god,
this.
literally Cool Gamer Jin just described Butch.
Huh?
Do you see that?
All right. So,
Gamer Gen. Oh.
a hot man walks into the cafe. Everyone,
my God.
everyone, roll. I guess insight.
Okay.
Oh my god, you got on, man.
How do I do it again?
It's number
Hashtag
1d20. Oh,
Is insight here?
Is there
Matoka gets a
is there
one.
like a modifier we put on that?
Insight's not on this sheet, so just do.
it's probably intelligence. Or
No, it's
wisdom.
wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom.
Okay, I guess.
Alright,
plus
so I have
0
a
then.
negative.
I got 15.
Oh, it's okay. It makes sense that G would pass because she's blind.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone except Motoko, I mean, the entire cafe is looking over at this shirtless, hot guy. Let's go, there we go, picture of him. I don't know why he's shirtless, but everyone's looking over him, even Motoko and Archeron. Ivy is able to resist his amazing charm, and so is G because she's blind. In fact, she's probably like, wait, why do I sense that everyone's drooling? A cheap version of
Why do I
PewDiePie.
smell so much sweat?
One of her wolves growls.
Why am I looking over
I don't know. Yeah, because I decided that 12 is the losing point and 13 is the okay point. So the man walks in and chat. What does this hot man do? What
What is
amazing thing does this hot sweaty dude do?
Every girl in 20 yards blushes. All the ladies in the room are blushing, except one who
Isa's not blushing. Not Isa.
there is
Archeron
Ivy.
is
Oh my God,
obviously
that's so
not
nice.
blushing. It's not.
Archeron has a light blush on his cheeks. He's like,
Oh my
"Ooh."
god, what the hell?
He's like, I wish that I could be that hot.
What? Oh, excuse you. I'm better
Have you
than that.
seen Archeron's picture? Archeron is.
Wait, who? Who does he ask out, beginner? Which one does he?
So.
Which no. Which one does he ask out, beginner?
Motoko.
They have to
Oh.
vote. It's our guy. No. You can't vote. You can't vote, Cody. It's either this guy, her, which is Archeron, Ivy, Motoko, or G. Oh well, G's not really. I mean, he can still ask G out.
They said Motoko.
Only one
Better
person
said
said Motoko. Okay. Okay, we have a chat of 12 people. All right.
Who's gonna get? Come on, guys. We need more people.
The only one that I want plays seductive music.
Play Careless Whisper.
Tron looks like Anna.
Play Careless Whisper. Oh my gosh, cool gamer.
Oh well, Motoko's it.
Motoko.
Hey, look
Ask
at
out.
that.
Can you hear this in the stream? This music in the stream?
I'd have to turn on.
I have to stream music.
Yes, so do I have to turn it on? Yes, we can. Oh my god, the music now!
Yeah.
So this handsome man, he walks over to an uncaring Motoko. Let me put this handsome man into her life.
Didn't she
walks-
fail her roll? Didn't she get a 1?
Yes. He
So
walks.
that's a critical fail.
He walks over. Yeah, Motoko is just blinded by how beautiful he is. In fact, she's so blinded that she doesn't see him walking over to her. She has spilled her tea a little. Even though she's normally apathetic, he's so hot that she can't stand it. He walks over to her as
So
the
hot
music.
that she's on fire.
Yes, she's on fire.
No, God.
He walks over and says, "Hey, babe, I couldn't notice how beautiful you look. Would you like to?" And he takes out a rose from his pants and says, "Would you like to go out with me?"
Oh my God.
Ivy, save her!
Ivy whips her head around in such a way that it would seem like her neck should be broken, and he scrambles on all fours over the ground until she can stand
That's
up.
so creepy. Like, I don't know.
She was knelt down with the dogs, with the wolves. So she scrambles up and tries to push herself in between this dude and her best buddy. Okay. He is unavailable, cannot date her.
That's right, you got the lesbians for each other.
Okay, I'm turning off this music. He turns. Rose in his pants, exactly. He turns to Ivy and looks her up and down and says, "I could take the both of yous."
Ivy would like to crack her knuckles and put up her dukes and jab at his rock hard abs to try and scare him off.
Hold on.
He just sits there very confused.
I hope she breaks her fingers.
I'm trying to look at the here. Maybe this one will work. Actually, I like mirror too.
Okay, while you're doing that, Artron's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna glare at this man. He's gonna walk up and he's just gonna look at Ivy as he like just punches his rock hard abs. And very specifically rock hard abs.
Wait.
He walks-
Ivy did it. Ivy punches rock hard abs.
Yeah, Ivy did. So he walks up and looks at this guy, or he walks up to the guy, and he's like, he says, "Look, dude, I don't think any of them are interested, so your time would be better spent elsewhere."
Yeah,
The man-
spent with me, he probably means.
The man looks at him and says, "Look, dude, whatever you may think, I don't swing that way." And also, he pauses, staring down Archeron, and says, You're a drow, aren't you?"
Didn't even notice
What
my
about it?
punch.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
His-
slowly cries to herself.
his toned, bronzed abs just had Ivy's fist bouncing off of them like jello. But he is looking at Artron with a scrutinizing glare. He's looking at him with a scrutinizing glare.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She
'cause,
is
like,
just sitting there looking forward. Her
No,
wolves are just
I gave him-
glaring.
just look at the stream.
I can see, yeah.
That's amazing.
Sean looks at the suddenly black lines of eyebrows that appeared on the man's face, and he kind of questions them, but he's like, okay, I guess the dungeon master knows what she's done. So he looks at this man, and he's like, look, buddy, you're obviously not interested, and this one, like, broke her fingers on your abs, so you might as well just go.
Didn't even notice.
The man scoffs uncaringly and says, "I do what I want." And then he looks back at Motoko and says, "Look, babe, I know that you failed your role against me, so why don't you just come back to my house?" Motoko finally looks up at him and says, no.
No.
She seems to have shaken out of her stupor. The chef comes out from the back room, looks at the man, and is like,
Does he
"Sir,
fail his role? I want Chef to make a roll against him.
Okay, I'll roll on the XSplit thing for him. Let's see.
Please.
20.
I want to see.
Oh god. No.
This isn't Twilight, Gamer Jin.
Chef fails, but he's
Oh my god.
he's very apathetic, so despite the
okay.
light dusty blush on his cheeks, he doesn't worry too much. He just says, "Sir, you need to wear a shirt. It's distracting everyone." So, chat,
Yeah,
why don't you tell
There's
us,
no shirt, no service.
chat, why don't you tell us how we get rid of this very handsome, sexy man?
We
how
can
does-
have Cody beat the shit out of him.
Cody's gonna cancel up again.
Who's Cody?
I
do
meant
we
Archer.
get rid
Cody
of him?
walks into.
It seems like a soap opera now, someone says.
Can we just stick G's wolves on him? Just kidding. No.
He
Can we
gets
stick
shot.
Ivy on him? Guys,
No.
do we want Ivy to suplex this guy?
I think
Yeah.
Abby's done enough. Her hand's broken.
Summon a Teletubby to scare him. Who is anyone here able to summon?
Well,
G.
I'm not very good at, but I
The-
I
can.
would? Possibly.
Let G do it. G with her magic.
Summons a freaking Teletubby.
Should she have like wild magic or something, whatever it's called? Maybe we could give her a special ability that allows her to do one
Special
special.
summon?
When
It's like a
Teletubby
metronome.
per
It's like
day,
metronome,
Yeah,
the Pokemon move.
do it.
Oh, fun. Okay.
One Teletubby a day. One
Alright,
Teletubby a
so
day
go ahead and
keeps
talk
the
about
hot
that,
men
Isa.
away.
G. G
G.
looks forward in size. She, I guess, wiggles her hand and summons
Waggle.
something, which I'm guessing the dungeon master can take.
Magically.
What it is.
magically, as Isa waggles her fingers and does a randomized magic spell, something beautiful spawns.
Okay.
Another hot man to take out the other hot man.
Let me just move this one to the front.
Oh my gosh. Which one is that?
I can't remember what his name is.
You guys remember what this
Archer
one's name is?
trembles at the Teletubby in fear as he quickly hides under the booth closest to him.
Which is G's booth.
The Teletubby roars and makes everyone in the cafe tremble. The man stares at this thing. Hold on. He stares at this Teletubby. And also, guys, make sure you have the thing turned on, because I'm just going to play this random thing. But
Okay.
he screams like this, I guess. Hold on, let me, wait, I'm waiting for it to play. Come on, play. We need the sound effect. The hot man. Where's the scream? How come I couldn't hear
Why
it?
isn't it playing?
It's not playing.
Let me do this one. Let me see if
The
this
hot
one-
man screams like this. Insert Cody's scream.
Yeah, scream Cody. Since none of them were
Scream
working.
Cody.
That's my scream.
Frick. He screams in terror and instantly turns tail and runs. Ah!
The
Teletubby
Teletubby then
gives
screams, "You don't know what to make you do!"
The Teletubby does this and gives chase.
He starts chasing them.
So, a very hot man and a Teletubby are now loose in the town, but luckily they're leaving. They're leaving very promptly. The cafe, this one here in the cafe, oh, darn it. Just give me a reason, just a little
Archeron
bit, something
huffs
else.
and under his breath says, "I totally can handle that. Nobody needed a Teletubby." Before he realizes he's under a freaking booth
This man
table. It
shows
quickly
up.
looks at.
This man on the screen shows up out of nowhere and slowly begins.
Is he a Reaper or something?
He's
Don't
slow
talk like
clapping.
that.
Oh,
No, he
please
said
don't
Reaper. Reaper, he said. They all
Bad
start.
Cody.
A slow clap is started by this awkward-looking bear. Fun with Bear, or whatever his name was.
Yeah, that's his name.
I love that. WTF am I watching? So, as everyone's slow clapping, like this is like the entire village. I don't know why they're all in the cafe now, but then after everything settles down, there's a ruckus outside. Initially, everyone
Only
thinks
8 people in the village.
Initially, everyone thinks that it's probably the Teletubby, but a man runs in. He seems to have a courier outfit on. He runs in.
Oh, it's my friend.
He runs in and moves to the, I guess the back or the front of the cafe. I don't know. The one with the counter is. He climbs up onto the counter and screams, "There's something going on outside! The seasons are changing! Everything, it's global warming or something! Everyone come outside!" He shouts, and everyone, since it's a moderately small-ish cafe, it's very loud. Everyone sort of covers their ears, and then the man turns and runs back outside. What do you guys do?
G gets up and she had already finished her cake. Either way, she gets up and
Archeron didn't
Right
even
off,
get his
yeah,
food,
absolutely.
but he walks out.
I totally forgot about your food.
Yeah, my food's just gone. Like, what the hell?
Just as Artron leaves, Chef comes out with the food.
Well,
And he
Archeron's
looks
still
around
kinda
like,
under
where did
the
he go?
booth. He's like crawling out from under the booth right now. From the
How is he
Teletubby.
under it?
Chef
Because the
sets
Teletubby.
Oh.
his food and the drink onto the table. And is like, also, I
Archeron
think
quickly devours it like Ivy did, like Scooby Doo, and he just like starts munching very loudly. As
I
he
think
walks
he needs to
outside.
make a Constitution saving throw to not upchuck it afterwards.
No, I'm keeping my cheesecake down.
You don't
Cheesecake
have the
stays
iron
down.
stomach.
Yes, I do.
so. What are you guys doing now? Besides
Um,
Archon?
G's
outside.
outside.
Yeah.
in the air.
So
I took
Motoko-
Motoko outside, yeah.
Yeah, Motoko and so Archon's heading outside too.
Yeah, he's been outside after
They
Chuck
all-
just kicked down.
They all head outside into the main town. No.
Archer didn't even pay Chef.
Oh, don't worry. Chef has a way of getting...
Let me just copy these guys. There we go. So now they're all in the main town. Outside, you guys are startled to see that all the trees, all their leaves are changing color to oranges, yellows, reds, even though just a moment ago it was spring, all blooming and happy.
Isa sees nothing, and then G sees nothing. None of this.
But G, however, does smell that it's starting
The winds are changing.
that
And the Doge.
no, listen,
No.
she smells rain clouds rolling in as everyone sees. You know how it usually smells like rain before it rains? Well,
No.
well, you're stupid. Anyways, so dark storm clouds are rolling in, signifying the start of the rainy season, aka autumn. Some of the plants are also dying as they get used, or as they start to be prepared for the lack of sunlight, etc. Everything seems to be going south. You're all confused as, like I said, it was spring just moments ago. What do you guys do?
These wolves drag her, bring her over to a little more sheltered area because they can see the rain coming.
Since Archer doesn't have much to do with you guys, he's kind of just looking up and like,
So
doesn't know.
are the leaves falling off regular?
Yeah, they're lightly falling off. I mean, no, they aren't falling off. They're just colored because they don't really fall off till winter.
Well, this is a strange occurrence, isn't it? It's
Oh,
never
I
really
guess.
happened.
Okay, you know, I think that some of them are falling occasionally.
Not
just-
enough. Not enough for a leaf.
Yeah, not enough for like a leaf jump or whatever. So, you guys are preparing for the rain.
Archer pulls up his hood.
She pulls up her furred cloak hood. That's what she's wearing. I'm terrible at drawing.
Toko doesn't even
Ivy-
have a hood.
Ivy pulls off her apron and hands it to Motoko to cover her head with.
Toko doesn't take it, and she grabs her, she pushes it back towards her, and she's like, I don't want to wear something like that. So she takes off her scarf and just holds it over her head, like one of those scarves that Muslim
But you
women
don't
wear.
like water even more than I don't.
It's okay, we'll just stay inside. There are buildings here. But,
I just remembered all the stray cats. Well,
Nah,
I
that'll be
mean,
fine.
they can smell it, but
also in the sky there is a murder of crows flying around squawking as though they are sensing the changing of times. As the storm clouds roll in, you all notice that there's lightning, loud booms of thunder, signifying darker times, and it's starting to worry everyone. However, the courier shows up again, and at the top of his lungs from this fountain screams, The Wizard of Shur has finally opened the door to his tower in case any adventurers are looking for help on this conundrum.
well,
He says very helpfully.
thanks. Ivy shouts back.
So, let's let the chat decide what our party does first.
Where are we even a party? We barely know each other.
Yep, you're definitely all a party. You guys can just do it the chat
Don't we need
says.
some kind of bonding experience?
So, what do you guys want the party to do first? Should they explore the town, see if anyone knows anything, or should they go straight to the wizard?
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
No, nothing like dragons, Godzilla, nothing out of the ordinary except,
The Teletubby.
anything that
Yeah.
makes sense.
The Teletubby wish was already made. There's no more random summons like that anymore.
No,
For
it's
this
just
day.
a random summon that barely ever happens. That's
Yeah, it's
very
only a
few.
once a day thing, or once
Yeah, once a
every
day.
long rest.
Once every
And no killings are happening either
no death.
yet.
Yes.
We have plot armor. Let me remind you.
Plot armor.
Plot armor.
All right,
is
so-
thick.
Zenyatta said the first reasonable thing, scout the area. So you guys can go ahead with that. They want you to scout the area. For some reason.
Archeron prepares his rapiers as he's like holding onto them that are like that because they're still on their sheaths. He's just like holding onto their hilts. So he starts looking around, and he turns to Ivy, who looks like she knows the place a little more, and he asks her, "Hey, Ivy, where do you think
How does he know my name?
what's his face? Didn't someone say it?
Nope, not since you were in here.
No, I'm pretty sure someone said it.
No?
Pretty sure.
No one said it. No one said it. You can just correct yourself.
Okay. Archeron looks at the mysterious woman with cat ears and asks, "Hey, you, do you know where the wizard tower would be?"
Oh yeah, I totally know where the wizard tower is. Yeah, we really do need to go, don't we, Motoko? I want to find out what's going on, even if he was asking for adventurers. We'll take you with us, whatever your name is. I'm Ivy.
My name's Archeron. It's nice to meet you. He holds out his hand.
Motoko wonders why he's talking like a weirdo.
Like he's
He
talking
walks
like
over.
she's dumb.
He's still pissed.
He's like,
very
hello, little girl. Oh god.
Yeah. I would like to
Like,
point
so
out to all of you that Ivy is 4'4", so she is a shorty.
Archeron looks down upon her with a grin.
The
He
wizard
walks over
is known
and
for
asks
being.
the same thing.
The wizard is known for being antisocial, by the way, so no one
So,
really
like, Motoko,
knows him
You
personally.
and Motoko fit in just well.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
It's just you good, but him and Motoko, they'll be like
So,
best buds.
what is G doing again?
He walks over and asks, "Can you possibly show me the way as well?"
Of course. We'll all go together. By the way, I'm Ivy. I don't think I told you. Did I tell you my name? No, I don't think I did.
No, my name is G. This is Dia. You've already met her. She points to a smaller wolf, and this is Bulk. She points to the bigger wolf that just seems indifferent.
Archeron looks at the wolves with a glare.
Bulk glare. Gives almost a sneer at
And
Archeron.
this is my best friend.
He does the same.
This is my best friend, Motoko.
Motoko grunts.
Ivy's a shorty. Can somebody say to Ivy, "Take it like a man, shorty"?
What?
I mean, we'll see.
Shoddy. No, we have moms, don't worry. Anyways, so you guys, after apparently you scouted the area just by looking around Archeron, which is very descriptive.
I mean,
Well,
we
he
could
looked around trying to find the wizard place, but he couldn't find it, so he found
Well,
his
it's a
best-
giant
best-
tower.
best thing. Okay, well, he's not familiar, so shut your damn mouth.
So, what do you guys do now?
Well, since
Um,
Ivy needs to lead the way.
Ivy's
He
going to
follows
take the
us.
long
I mean,
way.
Hi.
The long
Ivy's
way.
going to take the long way to the wizard's tower, just so she can try and show them around the
Befriend.
town a little bit, and also look around for the wild cats that are attracted to the town because she and her grandfather live here.
Archeron has a weak spot for kitties. Loves them.
So,
Kitty.
the wizard tower itself is very easy to find. So it's one of like the first things that you'd see if you entered the town. You'd be like, "Wow, that wizard tower off in the distance looks so ominous." So, are you guys heading straight to it?
Freaking
I
Hogwarts.
don't know.
I'm checking to see if anyone else is on their way towards it.
Everyone's pretty much panicking. Some people are mumbling about the drow hanging out with Ivy and Motoko.
Someone
Wow.
screams,
Oh my god, Tracer saying love. In the chat.
Wade Wilson, that battle would be smashing love.
So no one's really heading to the tower. They're mostly just freaking out. As it would be, Anton is still in the cafe waiting for cake.
What do you want us to scout out?
Yeah, what do you guys want them to scout out anything in particular, or do you just want them to head to the Wizard Cafe? Or not Wizard Cafe, Wizard Tower.
Because Ivy and Motoko are locals to sure. We already know what's around here, but Archeron and G are new, so they would have things to scout out, figure out.
Well, if we're taking a long
No,
way,
tell
you
us
could just
how
show
they've
us
gone.
around
No
as we
more
look for the
Teletubbies.
kitties.
Mhm. Yeah.
Ivy's just the lead, the one showing them around because she knows the area. Motoko's too
But
apathetic.
she's just antisocial.
So someone's saying they shop for materials, and someone said head to the Wizard Tower.
I want to shop for an umbrella because I don't want to get in the rain.
All right, do you guys
And
want to
I
head to
would
the
also
market?
like to shop.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
All right, so the party decides to head to the nearby market. A lot of the shops are already starting to close because of the impending storm, and they're all scared and don't know what's happening. But there are a few stores like pawn shops and a small item shop that are still open.
The general shop isn't open. What if people need to stock up on food?
The general store is sort of like the general items shop, so it's
Okay,
technically open.
Good. Ivy pushes her way in and goes immediately to look for umbrellas while everyone else finds what they need.
Mm-hmm.
Archer grabs an umbrella and possibly I don't know if that's just a satchel, more of like a backpack, kind of.
G and her wolves look around. The wolves mostly guiding her.
Look around. No.
So you can see that there's a general items in the store itself. Anything that anyone could really need. So you can just go ahead and pick out whatever you want, then take it to the shopkeep, who's looking a little bit stressed out. He is eager to get out of there. They have food, small knickknacks, umbrellas, raincoats, sort of. They're like more like tarps or ponchos that you put on your head, like that you would wear at those like SeaWorld things.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get. What exactly are the starting money? I forgot because I used some last time.
Everyone starts out with like what was it? What did we decide last time?
Not much.
15 gold, I think.
I think it was like 15 gold and no, it was 10. It was 10 gold, 10 gold, 50 silver, and then 100 or 75 copper.
Really? Because like I'm seeing I have 89 silver pieces.
89 silver. Oh yeah, it's in
copper.
our thing, isn't it? Let me check.
Yeah.
So
I have
Motoko
50
didn't really
copper,
buy
89
anything.
silver.
So she has where is it? Where is it on the thing?
It's near the bottom.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So it was 10 gold pieces, 25 pieces, and then 50 pieces in here, so you guys can see what I'm looking at on the thing.
50 copper pieces.
Yeah. 50.
Good stuff.
Here we go. 50 copper. So yeah.
What kind of umbrellas are there? Are there any that suit Ivy's taste?
There's,
or are they all just plain?
They're mostly plain. There's a lot of parasols, mostly for the heat and for shading. Not a lot of rain ones, but there are a few rain ones. But people had already been in there shopping for them. Actually, a lot of people are starting to come into the store now for items, so you better pick one fast. They're mostly bland. There's a white one, a puke green one, and a black one.
Just say a puke green one.
Yes.
I want that one.
So Ivy takes the
grabs
puke green
some
one.
meat, like some snacks and such.
Archeron looks around the store for maybe like a backpack that maybe he could store stuff in.
Yep,
He
there's
have that.
there's
After the
backpacks.
He grabs the biggest one he can find while also looking mobile, like mobile enough to carry with him. So once he does that, he also grabs a quick umbrella, grabbing the black one, just because.
G walks up to the counter, to the shopkeep, I guess, to pay for her little snacks.
The larger man with a nice welcoming beard smiles at G and looks over her items like, what all does she have?
It's mostly like dried
Rations.
meats and rations and such like that.
All right. He simply says 20 silver for all that.
What?
20
20
silver for
silver.
all that.
Oh wow, that's a lot of silver.
Mhm.
What's the conversion rate?
Conversion rate?
One gold for 10 silver.
Yeah, no, 1 gold for 100 silver, 1 silver for 100 copper, and 1 platinum piece for 100 gold.
She digs into a purse and pulls out 1 gold piece and hands it to him.
So
Make
she
sure-
should get silver in return, right?
Yeah.
That's 75 that you get back, 75 silver back.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So he hands you 75 silver, and if you want to, nah, that'd be stupid. So he just hands you 75 silver back.
So now I have about 100 silver.
Yep. So if you want to, you can switch it for a gold piece, but you don't have to.
Nah, I'm good.
So he's like, do you want a bag?
She puts it in her own pouch. She has her own.
So he waves her along as the next people come up.
She
Trying
moves,
to.
she moves along with her wolves. And goes
Archon
away
walks
from
up
the
to
others.
the shopkeep with the nice big beard.
And what has Archeron gotten?
He has a backpack and an umbrella.
Like, he says 15 silver for that.
15 silver. Okay. He. Wait. Yeah, he hands the man 15 silver.
All right, the man takes the silver and pushes Archeron's stuff back towards him, and then waves
Archeron
on the
picks up the
next
stuff.
person. And he's like, "Folks, we're gonna be closing up soon. Hurry up with all of your items because the
All of
storm's
your
rolling in."
purchases.
That's funny. So Ivy, you're up now.
Ivy has that puke green umbrella, and are there any fish in the store at all? Does he sell fish?
There's no. That's really for the market stalls. So he
Okay,
doesn't really have any.
Just wants to buy sugary snacks, sweets in order to.
There are
keep
some.
herself
There
going.
are some Snickers and M&Ms on a nearby rack, but they have
He,
old-fashioned wrappers.
Grabs like 3 of each and brings them up. Oh,
Can I just
4.
say, one time I
No,
prayed
5.
to the Iris for Skittles and they gave me M&Ms instead.
I saw
I
that.
want 5 of each,
All right,
and I
so
take those up.
since those are cheap, he says, that's 60 copper. 60 copper. Because it's just
I-
candy.
I hand
But she has
him.
an umbrella too.
Oh,
Yeah. I
Oh,
have the
okay,
puke
then-
green umbrella.
Then he says, about 5 silver. Yeah, that sounds.
5 silver.
Yes.
2 silver.
Okay, I hand him the 5 silver.
All right. He gives you back your things, and well, do you want a bag? Question mark.
No, I've got apron pockets, and she shoves the candy in her apron, and pops the umbrella open right inside the store, right there,
Bad luck.
and
That's bad luck.
and bye,
Um,
skips out.
As she opens the umbrella indoors, there seems to be a small earthquake of sorts. It's not. No one's really troubled by it. It's just startling at first. So they all finish up in the general store. Do they want to go anywhere else, or are they done and ready to head to the Wizard's Tower?
Actually, I need to
He's
go to
done.
the inn and pick up some of my stuff.
You need to go to the
And,
what?
some of the
yeah.
chat-
Okay.
The inn.
Some of the chat wants us to explore the town some more.
Okay.
So I do need to end up going to the
There's
inn.
not much in the town, really. It's very small. Remember, guys?
Yeah. All right.
So Archon suggests that they go to his inn so he can grab a few things.
Sure. Lead the way.
he ushers them to follow him as he walks down a pretty narrow path to the very straightforward inn with Kim Kardashian yelling through the window.
G follows a bulk. Her male wolf just glares at Artron.
They
As
really
they
do not
moody.
like.
As they
Zaya just looks at Ivy, her tail wagging.
as they
Ivy
reach
wags
the
her own
inn,
tail.
Artron opens the door and asks if they'd like to come in as well. You'd have to get away from the rain.
Just as he
Is it
says
currently
this, it begins sprinkling water. Motoko looks a bit disturbed.
Ivy scrambles inside the inn and holds the door open for the others.
He walks in with her wolves. Bulk, her male wolf, bumps into Artron, but just keeps going.
Artron glares at the
He
mutt.
glares right back.
Yep.
Ugly mutt. So now they're on site. Artron asks, or tells him to take a seat, and he'll be down shortly. He walks up to his inn and starts packing up all his things. He's got some food and etc., which is why he didn't get stuff from the market. And he's also he's just like packing, clothes and etc., some other things he had with him.
Did Motoko get an umbrella?
No, she didn't
She's
replace
sharing
any
a
money.
puke green one.
We might trace her. So, yeah, like 2 people.
So
Anyways.
Artron comes down with his stuff, and he says he's ready to go.
Motoko is still wearing her scarf over her head to lightly shield herself from the rain. Otherwise, she's at the mercy of the rain. She says, "Let's hurry up, please."
Ivy hands Motoko her umbrella and then attaches herself to Motoko's arm. We'll share it. We're best
Oh,
Cute
so
rain.
kawaii. So, Motoko and Ivy share an umbrella. Are you guys heading to the wizard tower now?
Yes, I'd
Sure.
like to.
So the party heads to the wizard tower as the town doesn't really have much to offer since it's raining and everything's autumn and crappy. They head straight to the wizard tower here. The door leading to the tower or leading inside the tower is open, but no one's standing by it. So whatever's inside is just inside. Do you guys want to knock on the already open door, or you just want to waltz in?
I want to waltz in.
I want to waltz in.
All right.
He said
I'm
he
gonna
had the doors open for everyone anyways.
I want to sniff the air, trying to determine how many people are in here.
No one is actively in it, but as you're sniffing around, you hear stomping of sorts heading towards you. What do you guys want to do when you hear the stomping?
These wolves lead her inside.
Well, you guys are.
Artron
It's coming from
follows.
inside.
Yeah,
Oh, it is?
yeah.
So you guys
Uh,
just stay.
these
You guys
wolves-
just stay out in the open.
No, Ivy feeling like she's trespassing, like she's not supposed to be here since it's been closed for so long, instinctively tries to hide behind something.
He
Um,
stands there
Are there
over
any like
next
suits
to
of
her.
armor?
No, but there's a coat rack. An empty coat rack.
Ivy pretends that she's a coat and hangs herself from the back of her uniform on the coat rack.
Motoko just stands there blankly staring down the hall.
She is standing there basically the same.
What about
Artron
Archon?
gets in a readying stance as he takes out his double rapiers.
These wolves growl softly.
As you guys wait, a creature walks down the path. You guys will see him on the stream. This
Okay.
is it's what he looks like. Just give it a second.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, it's a
Golem.
golem.
Yes. So this creature looks at you, and a low rumbling noise leaves it as it nods at you a little, and then it turns around and starts walking back the way it came while motioning with one of its large rocky hands towards you.
These wolves lead her on after it.
Ivy makes to go after it, excitement, but forgets that she's hanging from the coat rack and carries it entirely with her and lands on the ground.
Motoko begrudgingly helps Ivy up and gets her out of the coat rack before nudging her along.
Artron looks at the duo before he flips his swords around a little bit and shoves them back in their sheath. He continues to walk with Motoko and Ivy.
This is why you're my best friend.
The creature takes them into a study of sorts, just past the main hallway and into one of the side doors of one of a larger hallway. And inside, you see this man fussing with some potions.
It's your boy, the Wizard of Shire.
You don't have to keep sending us
It's your boy, Queasy Dongle.
It's adorable.
Wait. He looks pretty silly considering he's an antisocial wizard. That he'd be the kind who's always
Maybe that's why he's antisocial.
He walks over to his golem and says...
Oh, he talks.
And says, thank you, Rocky the Fourth. It's great that you could bring me these beautiful guests, he says, spinning around a little. He then looks at the group and says, ah, yes, how can I help you wonderful folk today?
He just stands there, her wolf just staring at the man.
Looks at the flipping wizard in confusion.
Wizard, sir, you're not exactly what I expected after all these years of you having your wizard tower closed.
Ah, yes, I'm sure that my pajamas are a little bit worrisome to some people as they think that they don't take me seriously when I look like this, but I assure you, I am very serious. Rocky the Fourth, why don't you go and make these fine folk some refreshments?
Archer just continues to look at the flipping wizard.
So, what do you guys talk to him about besides his odd appearance?
Other than that?
Yes, what do you talk to him about?
Artron steps up and says, and asks him
So how about that
more.
weather?
Oh my god. So, he asks him this. He says, so, we heard from a very loud man in Shire that you're opening your gates to adventurers who are wondering about the weather and etc. Could you please elaborate on that? Big words.
He looks towards everyone else to see if they had the same thought in mind.
Ivy nods vigorously while poking around his room, casually sniffing.
He doesn't mind. He has various potions laying around,
He flips.
and books all over. He doesn't flip just yet, even though I'm gonna make him flip on Paint.net because it's fun. Because he looks like the kind that'll flip around and stuff. Like, just look at him. But he nods like gravely and says, "Yes, the weather. It's such a bipolar thing, that weather. I mean, have you seen the weather lately? It looks like a mess out there." He says, totally.
Bulk the wolf just huffs.
Artron glares at him and thinks, why else would we even be here?
He doesn't seem to understand that you're talking about the current unnatural weather. He just thinks that you're talking about, oh my gosh, it's raining. Let's talk to someone about the rain, because that's what people do.
Artron...
Yeah, it's really raining. Cats and dogs, Ivy says, pointing at herself and the wolves.
The wizard slaps his knee.
Bulk just shakes his head and Dia just tail wags.
Archon steps forward a little bit, being more specific this time. He says, I think that we're on a different page. I'm more concerned about the unnatural weather we're having other than just the rain.
Yeah, the fact that it's autumn now?
Yeah.
It was just spring.
I mean, what
Why
will
is it
happen
autumn?
to the poor kitties everywhere?
He looks a bit confused, and then he turns and looks out the window, and he's like, by the gods, you're right! It's suddenly autumn! I've got to prepare for Thanksgiving! He's like,
Wait a second. Wait. Wizard man.
Yes.
Are you a
This-
real wizard?
You sent the courier to tell us to bring adventurers to talk about the weather. Were you just talking about... You just want to talk about the regular rain? You didn't even realize it was autumn now?
No, I didn't notice at all. I opened up my doors so that I could let my golem enjoy the weather, and I didn't realize that this was happening. Also, the golem comes back with a tray of drinks, as you guys can see on the stream.
Is it just rainwater in a glass?
No, look at it on the stream.
Oh, ooh. I want the chocolate one.
He takes the strawberry one.
Alright. Motoko just
Patron doesn't
ignores.
take one.
Motoko ignores it, so the golem hands one to his master. The wizard's like, thank you. He just downs it. He's like, it's so good.
So does Ivy.
And then he's like, he's like, no, Rocky the Fourth, you know I'm a withered man. I'd like a whiskey, please, on the rocks, as he pokes the golem, who's made out of rocks.
I'm just imagining the golem sighing softly.
The golem
I'm just imagining the golem breaking off a piece of itself as the rocks.
So the golem wanders off to get his master some food, some whiskey. And the wizard looks back at you guys and says, yes, this is a very strange conundrum happening with the weather. I'm wondering if it has to do with the... No, it couldn't be. That
Okay,
hasn't
just spit
happened.
it out.
He's like, hold on. What were we talking about? He says, confused.
Weather, Jesus.
Motoko
Strange weather.
Motoko reaches up and pinches the bridge of her nose, and the the wizard's like, "Oh yes, the weather. Let me see." And he looks around the bookshelves and takes out a big, thick, dusty book, and then drops it down at his desk. And he waves you all over, and he opens it up after flipping to a few pages. In one of the pages, there's a slip of paper that has a number on it, and it says, "Call me." And embarrassed, he quickly pushes that in his pocket and says, "That's nothing. Don't worry about it. That was just another wizard from." Anyways, so
Got a
he
girlfriend.
he opens it to a page that has a large tower depicted, and it's like about like the size of the Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. So here,
Jeez, that's huge.
this is a picture of it. I'll give you guys an example by showing you the Eye of Sauron tower.
I know the Eye of Sauron. I get it.
I mean the streamers who don't know is what I'm talking about. This is a scary picture.
And Cody's restarting.
There. It's
But
like
it returns.
this thing. It's similar to that, except it doesn't have the giant eye at the top. However, it does have a portal at the top of it. Like this. Let me just add some colors. Whee! Portal. So he says, yes, this looks like the great tower of the gods. I wonder what happened to make them... And he looks down and reads the text. None of you can really read it. It seems to be an ancient text of an old dead language that only old wizards like him would know, because they're
Cody's
losers.
mic seems not to be working.
Yeah, is your mic... Oh. Cody says that he can't talk, everyone in the stream, by the way. So, what do you guys want this tower... Like, people in the chat, what do you guys want this tower to be called? Like, what name should the tower have?
Power of the Gods.
Yeah, this tower that he's depicting in his book.
Ellis, what do you want it to be called?
We're just waiting.
Cast
for
your
everyone to
votes
call.
now, folks.
I'm gonna post an emoticon.
Hi,
Emoji.
kitty.
Here we go. I will use all of my power to destroy you. Chuck Norris, no, please don't. Don't.
At Chuck Norris's tower.
No. I'm waiting for someone to actually give, like, an example.
It's the Tower of the Gods. Chuck Norris is fitting.
Chuck, he said I can join. Wait, what? Oh, you're a member of Overwatch now? Really, Zenyatta? The Tower of the Iris. That'd be cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go with that. The wizard clears his throat and announces it dramatically. This is called the Tower of the Iris. It is a tower that has been crafted from the gods for government all throughout the land of the seasons specifically, and all things that have to do with life, death, love, and war. He clears his throat again and says, the only reason that the seasons would be changing like this is if the tower was activated once more. But one would have to be a powerful magic user to be able to do something like this. But I am sure that each different section in the world, all ruled by different kingdoms, is having their own difficulties with the seasons changing. He thinks for a moment and then looks at you guys and he says, Maybe you four are part of the prophecy, he says.
Prophecy?
He's like, yeah, there's like a legend where there's like 4 adventurers, one with black hair, one with blonde hair, one that's blind, and one who looks like a total nerd. He looks at Archon.
Is that because he can't respond?
He's not even in here. He's like in the stream, I think.
He'll probably hear it in the stream.
You gotta come back. You gotta come back, Cody. We need you. Also, Kaya, don't spam. Just say hello in one word. Anyway, he looks across you guys and says, "Yes, you would have to visit the Oracle in she's a few towns over. You would have to visit her and ask her about this prophecy because, well, I'm an old wizard. I don't really remember it that well, but perhaps you folk can restore order to this world if you try. I mean, you're a bunch of misfits, so I don't know if that'll do well or go over well. But you might be able to if you just believe. Let me draw a rainbow. Oh, it's still in his layer.
Believe in yourselves. Believe.
Oh, damn. Okay. He says, believe in yourselves, he says with magic. Whee! So he says
beautiful.
He says that this is all the information I can give you right now. I do have some things to do, someone to call. You know how it is. He nods.
Oh yeah. We know how it is, old man.
He just pets a wolf.
So while we're waiting for Cody, everyone else, roll in rolls.org.
Roll what?
Roll perception.
Perception? Okay, let's...
Perception is wisdom.
I have negative 10 to that. Nice.
Yeah!
I noticed nothing.
What did you get? 11? Oh, no, you got a 3. G got an 11. Alright, so as you guys...
What do you see with your cat eyes? Nothing.
You guys decide to leave, but as you do, besides the rain, Motoko and G senses, or rather her wolves glare off into the distance and start growling and barking at something. Motoko's fox ears sit up on her head as she stares off at the forest. She and G's wolves, who are communicating to G, telling her that something evil is out there watching them, and Motoko can sense it too. They can't see it, or
and of course you can't see anything,
or really depict its location, but all they know is that they're being watched by something evil out there. Motoko says nothing on it, though.
Ivy, who can't sense anything, is splashing in a puddle.
G frowns but tries to calm her wolves down.
Alright.
And be still, that way they don't make a ruckus.
Should we do something while we wait for Archeron?
Maybe pause. I don't know.
Maybe I can play something on my computer, like not play, but like put something on the computer to amuse people.
Motoko is a
probably
fox.
draw.
He's a gray fox, cool gamer.
Yeah, I'm a fox. I mean, Motoko's a
You're a
fox.
She's got 2 tails.
Yeah.
She's a kitsune.
Mhm. She's
No,
actually
it's not the tower from the Lord of the Rings.
She's
The
actually
image
this thing.
is.
I don't see anything yet.
It's on this page. She's this thing. And it's basically a creature that retains some physical attributes from their animal form, and they also have the ability to transform into that animal at will. So Motoko can transform into a fox on command,
cool.
basically. Also, bye, Kaya. It's a cool.
And none of you guys know our classes too well.
Yeah, so
None of you know what classes we are yet.
Motoko is a sorcerer. Alright.
It's a magic user class that has innate magic, like within their blood.
Wait,
Uh,
Ivy,
T-
what are you? What's
usually
your class
very
again?
powerful.
You're a barbarian, Ivy? Wait,
No, I'm
what
a
is...
cuisiner.
Oh, that's a class?
I'm a homebrew. Yeah, it's a homebrew class.
Okay.
Cuisiner. I'll link you guys to it.
So, guess who fixed it?
Welcome back,
Your
Cody.
mom.
Cody fixed
If you
it.
guys want to see what she is.
So
I'll
Artron,
show you.
Is a Beastmaster
Roll for perception,
Ranger.
yeah, I got that much.
you're rolling for perception, you said?
I think I should, right?
Yeah, roll for perception.
Okay, let me assign it to my character sheet real fast though. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he don't know what happened.
Mic just stopped. I was like, fudge you, Cody. Like, oh, okay.
I kind of
No,
want to play
no.
Overwatch after this. I don't know if
So
I'm gonna...
wisdom, you said?
Yeah, it's a wisdom modifier. So D20
Okay, so-
plus your wisdom modifier.
So just D20.
D20!
Are you kidding me? Am I stupid as Ivy?
Excuse you?
Oh,
Artron notices, Alric9417 notices nothing. Motoko looks towards Isa's dogs, or wolves, or whatever, and then
Jeez.
she decides to look over at, no, now you spelling Archeron like Archer instead of Acheron. You didn't spell like that
Oh,
before.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be spelled like that.
Yeah, but you didn't spell it like that before. Here's the proof. Right there. Here, hold on. The proof is right there on the top of the page. It says Acheron, satirical and G. Anyways.
Well, actually, no, because if you look at my my character sheet, which I made, and I haven't changed the name, it actually is spelled Archer Eon.
Anywhoosies, oh, do you want me to show a picture of the Bay Rally? Oh, because it's because you typed it wrong.
No, I copied and pasted it. It just takes out the last parentheses.
Archer Eon.
Don't you diss me, satirical. I know what my name is.
Anyways, continuing, Motoko decides to bring it to the attention of Ivy and says, Ivy, perhaps we should head inside or something because there's something out there watching
I know,
us,"
it's so
she says.
probably some animal that's pretty confused.
No, it's evil. Do you think animals are evil, Ivy? What's wrong with you?
Isa just
You talk about evil.
dies softly. Not Isa.
Archer kind of just stares off. He's not really paying attention. He's kind
So,
of spaced.
chat, what do you think? Oh, is the stream not working?
No, stream's fine for me.
Let me switch to this one.
It's just showing the Roll20.
Oh, is the stream not working? Oh, cool. I just listened to it.
Oh, it just switched to sure.
And that's on sure.
Anywho's these guys. So chat, what do you want our party to do right now? Should they rest in the rain, or should they head out instantly to the next town or something, or what?
Or we can head back to our town.
You guys
And,
are in your town still, just outside of the Wizard's Tower.
Yeah. You want us to head back into town and go see Ivy's house?
Yeah, she's a grandpa.
Yes, Ivy has a Burali grandfather. He's a cat
Archer
old
doesn't
man.
want to go to your house, Ivy. He knows what lurks.
Jen says the next
He does
town.
not know what lurks. Don't meta
I do,
this.
though.
There is something interesting in Ivy's house I would like to say.
Oh no.
Yeah,
We're not going into your house. Satirical, please.
It's up to the chat though.
Yeah. Do you guys want to go to Ivy's house or do you want to get on with the quest? We probably should start. Say hi to Godzilla. No, Godzilla is not in this campaign. Also, should you know who Taylor, Mr. Yellow Tentacles, should he be in autumn or spring?
I thought he was going to be in winter.
No, he was gonna be in either spring. Yeah.
I think spring.
Spring.
Okay.
Spring would be better.
All right. So we'll just go to Ivy's house for now, since people seem to not be able to decide.
Yeah.
So everyone, Ivy, go ahead and start with that.
Before we go to the next town, I probably should tell my grandpa that I'm going.
And
And I want to say goodbye
Motoko,
to the cats.
Motoko chimes up and says, and also it's late. Maybe we should like rest before we head out on a journey.
She's not salty. Very
Archeron gets the feeling somehow by someone breaking
he
the fourth
doesn't. No,
wall
he doesn't.
telling him he should not go, but he nods anyways.
You'd have to roll perception or something, or insight. Is it
No.
perception or insight?
I think insight, which is a wisdom modifier.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, if you want to roll for that, you can. To know that something.
It would
guess
be
I
a bad
12.
news
No,
feeling.
he doesn't notice anything, or he doesn't think that anything's off. He's like, okay, let's go to Ivy's heels.
What? No,
Archeron,
I got a
did you-
12.
He decides
Here's the thing.
decides what it is, what the
Number is,
standoff is. Yeah.
and 13 probably was the number.
It's not fair.
Archeron, did you still have a room in the inn, or did you clock out?
I still have my room for a week.
Okay, well, if you want to stay the night at my house, it's probably more homey. But if not, it can just be a girl sleepover with all the cats and my grandpa.
Did you just
Cats?
assume
Did you
G's
say
gender?
cats?
I did. Yes, I have plenty of cats. I have like
Archeron
so many
ushers
cats.
for her to for her to lead him to her house. Damn weak spot. I hate it so much.
Haha, he's weak for cats.
Cats are adorable.
Ivy leads them all back to town and takes them through the residential district.
Why is it full on the street?
Yeah,
Why?
what are you doing on the street?
Why is it full on the street?
Because you guys sent something inside the forest, so I thought that would be funny since Wade Wilson is in the chat. Anyways. Oh, hi, Rub-a-Dub.
Rub-a-dub.
Yo!
AKA Jimmy. So, you guys are heading to Ivy's grandpa's house? Or her house?
Yes.
Alright, so you guys get to Ivy's house, and there seems to be a fire going on from the chimney, as it's starting to get really cold out. And
Good
dark.
thing I'm not cold.
Uh,
I have a
she's
thick
not that
fur
cold either
coat.
because she has her coat.
Yes.
Or whatever.
My race has an ability or a trait called thick fur coat. I
Let's
can
just get on with
endure
this.
cold.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be that much longer.
I open up the door. I just throw it open. Grandpa, I'm home and I've got some guests.
Zim, I'm home!
I'm home.
I'm trying to find a good reference for you know who. Do you have a
For my
do you have one?
sweet old grandpa.
No, for you know who. Do you have one of him?
No.
Of it?
I do not.
I'll just look it up.
Please. Maybe I could just make my first impression better than last time. Maybe he won't throw a lamp at me. It'll be fine.
Possible.
Bring him into it. Yes.
So the
No.
reason Cody is so fretful over coming to Ivy's house is because we had done this session before with some changes to the plot. So he knows what's coming, but none of you do, and I'm excited to see how you...
I know what's coming.
Archeron doesn't, you do.
He's not I'm not sleeping in your room. Nope. I learned my mistake from last time. I freaking had non-flashbacks of pillow fights.
But
And
Artron
frickin-
doesn't know that though. Remember this. Artron knows
Yeah,
nothing.
but I control Artron, so guess what?
No, that's called meta.
That's called
I
meta.
don't care.
He doesn't know what you know.
I don't care.
Yes, you must.
I refuse.
You must, or the DM will unleash penalties on you.
Anyways.
Guess if there's kitties on
Anyways,
Oh, yeah,
guys.
there's
Anyways, guys. Just chill.
No.
Okay.
Let's continue. So, anyways, you guys are heading into Ivy's house, and Ivy, you are now showing the house around. Or you're
Yes.
showing your friends around your house. Your grandpa steps out from the kitchen where he seems to be making something delicious as it smells delicious. He says, "Hello, Ivy, and hello, Ivy's friends. Welcome to my home. Feel free to stay as long as you'd like."
We're going to
Bells.
stay the night, Grandpa, and then tomorrow we're going to head out to go on some grand adventure to figure out what's going on with the weather since it's autumn now. The wizard opened his tower up and said that there was a prophecy or something, and we're gonna go check it out.
He nods and says, he nods his head, well, there's some dinner in here if you're hungry. And then he wanders back into the kitchen.
Kitchen.
He's a bit
Wait,
senile
quick
nowadays.
Quick question, satirical.
Yeah?
Is you know who more sentient now?
He's always been sentient. What are you talking about?
No, I mean more sentient because last time it was more secretive around Ivy and Isa.
No,
Oh, no.
Mr. Bunny has to keep his character no matter what AU.
Wait, you said the name.
No, I didn't. That was
No,
satirical.
freaking
I said
satirical
it.
did.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Everyone will see eventually. So, Ivy, what are you doing now?
I'm showing them around my house. First, it's pretty small, so
Yeah.
there's the living room, the kitchen, a bathroom, and then the 2 rooms, Grandpa's room and Ivy's room. So 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. And there are open windows everywhere to allow the cats to come in. There is catnip in the windowsills, just planted there, and a lot of it is chewed up. Yes, Cody, calm down.
What? What'd I do?
We can see in the chat, Cody.
You're
I know, I said he
spoiling stuff.
isn't. That's all I said.
Mr. Bunny is so cool.
That's not
Uh,
true.
Inside the living room is a single couch and a lazy boy chair, and cats are taking up most of the space. There's a big kitty condo and a cat bed that a lot of cats are always sleeping on. Some of them are still wet from the sudden rain and are grooming themselves. Others are peering out the windows, eyes wide and ears back.
Why?
They're so cute. Most
Why
of
are they
them
so
are.
scared?
Don't be afraid of Mr. Bunny. Bunny is great.
Why are they so scared of, like, why are they looking out the window so scared?
Oh, they're more alarmed than scared because they can sense something's up with the weather. Cats are pretty sensitive to that.
Jeez, wolves look at the cat, but they behave and sit by.
A lot of the cats are pretty alarmed at the sight of the wolves and are hissing or hiding.
The wolves
but-
make no move toward them. They just stay
but-
there calmly.
Ivy motions towards the cats. Don't worry, kitties. These won't hurt you. They're fine. I know they look a little scary, but they're nice. See? And she stretches Yeah, Daya.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, she scratches
Daya's
Daya on the back.
tail wags
And then, in
quickly.
fear, one of the cats gives a human scream.
That
No.
Oh my god, Cody.
licks Ivy's hand gently, tail wagging.
The scream.
You guys can either sleep in my room with me, because I've got a pretty big bed, or you can sleep out here in the living room.
I'll be fine sleeping with you if that is possible, as long as my wolves are allowed to come.
Archie
Yeah, of
seems
course.
indifferent about the situation.
Yeah, you guys keep doing filler while I
Get stuff ready.
edit you know who.
I hate you.
She is now sitting on the ground, slightly petting her wolves. And
There are
slightly
no-
drying them off.
There are no TVs in here either.
Trent has a
There's just a lot of cat toys. If you want to
Archon
sit
has
down
like a
and play with the
shy
cats.
blush as he walks to the cats, all the kitties slowly. Tries to
Volk
pet
walks up
them all.
behind Artron and pushes him down slightly.
Wait,
trying to
what?
knock him over before dashing over to G
Wait,
again.
wait, what? Leave? What'd you say?
Volk, the
Oh, the dog.
male
Okay,
wolf,
I get it,
tries
I get
to
it.
knock over Artron before quickly moving back to G. And
Artron
sitting there
looks
like
at the
he did
dog.
nothing.
As he wanted to be on the floor so he could quickly love on all the kitties.
Kawaii.
He
Daya
lets the
is-
cats pile on top of him as he pets their supper.
Daya is just leaning against Ivy, nuzzling her.
Archon loves kitties. Archon loves the kitties all. Yes, he just lets
Daya
them
walks
pile
over
on
to
him.
Artron.
Yeah,
He pets
a lot of
them.
the kitties, especially some of the kittens who stay in the house all day, come waddling over to him and curiously sniffing at him or stepping clumsily on him. Some of them trip a little.
Oh, that's so cute.
Archon just dies of adorableness.
Daya, the female and also smaller wolf of G, walks over and sits not too far from Artron, watching softly, but her tail is wagging gently.
Archon looks at the dog.
She has a more friendly look.
Wait,
to her
who's-
eyes.
who's
She
wagging
is
their
not
tail?
Making what?
Archon doesn't like
Who's
dogs.
wagging their tail?
Daya.
Okay.
As
But
soon
She
as
does not like the
As soon as
doggies.
Satirical is done with preparing the new character, we'll go check out Ivy's room. For now, Ivy's grandpa, who is simply known as Grandpa in this situation, he comes out with trays of lots of plates of cat food, or not cat food, but fish, seafood. And he places all the trays on the floor, and some of the cats come charging in to start greedily eating at the fish, sharing it.
Archon whines. My
And
kitties.
the grandpa, the kittens are still on Archeron because they can't eat that yet.
Yeah,
And,
they're just babies.
Grandpa goes back into the kitchen and pulls out more plates, this time for all of us. He hands Motoko something that she more prefers, so not much on seafood. And he hands Dia and Archer on plates of freshly cut salmon. Like delicious,
Oh my God, I love salmon.
delicious salmon.
Oh, I love salmon.
chill.
G
Archon
eats a bit of
quickly
it
takes the
and
plate
then offers
as he-
some to her wolf
As he
before the
devours it
One at a
to
time.
quickly play with the
Jeez.
kitties again.
She basically shares almost all her food with her wolves.
Yes.
She's giving some to her wolves.
Oh, he brings out
And
3 more plates, 2 especially specifically for her wolves, and then one he gives the other to Ivy.
and also it's not that Motoko doesn't like seafood or anything. She's fine with
Just is probably sick of it by now.
it.
They'll eat her food happily.
She's not really hungry anyway. She doesn't really eat a lot.
Archon
Yeah.
She's too
devours.
unmotivated to eat, which you would expect from someone so lazy, aka you and me.
So, Archeron sits up from all the kitties after he finishes his food, but he's still on the floor, letting them kind of just gather on his lap instead of his chest this time. And he looks at them and he asks them, so what about the sleeping arrangement? Do we have anything set?
If you don't mind cat fur, you can just sleep wherever. Otherwise, we do have some blankets that don't have any on it. Those are kept in the closet high up, though.
As you can see, I'm kind of already covered in cat fur. I don't mind.
Also, do you guys want to ask the chat if they want to give you ideas for what to chat about, what your character should chat about for their amusement? Do you guys go ahead and ask them anything, guys?
Go ahead. What should we chat about, chat? I guess. I don't know.
What should we chat about, chat?
I'm almost done.
Do you want Ivy to reveal her nightly activities?
No.
What?
Also,
that
so
are
guys,
totally
so
disturbed.
everyone knows for a little bit of reference. When you think of G's skin color and hair color, think of Moana.
Ooh, Moana.
Yeah, think of her skin color and hair color.
At the edge of the water, long as I can remember. Never.
I can imagine Ivy singing, "You're welcome, you're welcome."
Who?
Ivy.
Right now, I'm just listening to "I Am Moana" over and over again.
That's so pretty. Welcome back, Tracer.
Hello, love. Cheers, love.
Hello, love. Are you drawing, Mr. Bunny?
No, I'm editing him. I'm editing a picture from online to give him this.
Don't forget, he has a. And don't forget the bow tie and the hat.
He should have an eye patch.
I know.
No, he does not have an eye patch. He's got button eyes.
What do you think he is, a nerd?
Button eyes of death.
I'm blending
Just saying.
all the colors together so it looks more natural from the stuff that I edited.
Or not natural, but.
Oh my god, editing this blending stuff is so fun.
Right now we're at Ivy's house, Tracer, and we're getting ready to introduce a new character, but we have to wait until Satirical is done with editing the picture for him. But right now they're
hardly call him a character.
He's totally a character.
He's the best.
It's
character.
not.
What are you talking about?
The spawn of Satan.
Hey, don't spoil it. Oh, he looks
bad
so
that
cute.
you had a bad experience with him.
So does Fatoko. If Fatoko had a bad experience, then I'm not crazy.
4.
The wizard is not Ivy's father, trust me.
Yeah. Ivy's father. Oh,
Is-
I could tell you guys about Ivy's backstory since we're in Ivy's house. If you want us to talk about that. No, Zach should watch from the stream, but don't join the TeamSpeak. Oh, yet.
Yeah, nerd.
We're doing something, Zach, so you're not allowed to come into the room. Sorry.
You wanna? Alright. You guys do want us to talk about Ivy's backstory a little bit?
Well, Gamer Jen said he.
It'll just be a little bit, but
Because we don't want spoilers.
yeah. One of you guys can prompt it by asking if it's just her and her grandpa.
Jiggy asks that. Is it just you and your grandfather? From what I can sense, there's no one else living here besides all these cats and you two.
Yeah, just us and the cats.
It's
been like that for, I don't know, for as long as I can really remember. Since I was 5, I think. It's been so long.
Archon seems to be spaced out as he's just letting the cats devour him. Not like actual devour. It's more of like a, like climb on him and just like looks like they're eating him. You're so cute.
Yeah, it's just been me and my grandpa since I was 5, since Uh, no. Something every kid experiences sometime when their parents are brutally murdered. Yeah,
What?
that happens.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
Every kid experiences that, right?
He looks over.
Archon looks up a bit confused and asks,
They were
"So
killed
how
by
long have you
birds.
known Motoko?" He questions.
Oh,
Kinda
also,
looking-
Mr. Bunny's done.
No.
Okay, Mr.
I've-
Bunny.
I've known Motoko for how long have I known you, Motoko? I feel like it's been forever. Almost like since we were 11 years old. When we made the characters.
She shrugs her shoulders. Too long.
What do you mean too long?
Too long. Save me.
You can never have too much of a good thing, Motoko.
Actually,
Motoko loses her sanity.
I'm gonna edit one more thing
But-
on Mr. Bunny.
You know, since we're done with dinner, I can show you guys my room. It's really,
nods.
really
That
cute.
sounds good.
Actually picks up all the kitties.
G stands up at their wolves.
He kidnaps
Ivy
the
pushes
kitties.
off. Ivy pushes off a couple of the cats that have been laying on her, and pulls one off her shoulders. All right. My grandpa's room is over on that side. She points to a door on the right down a hallway, and then mine is at the opposite door. And
He
she
nods.
leads them. She leads them over to. Oh, you can't really see it, but it leads them into her room, opening the door.
Wait,
and
hold on. I had to
We
edit
can't-
eyes on him.
yeah, we can't see him yet, so I'll describe the room a little bit. The room is very pink and unsurprising. It's got pink paint on the walls, pink bedspread, and it's absolutely covered in stuffed animals. The bed has stuffed animals, the floor, there's a big fat cat beanbag chair, and it's great. It's so comfortable. And
Oh god, this is
Ivy
so
walks
creepy.
over-
These wolves look around and basically they're describing it through G because she can't see.
Nerd.
Ivy walks further in and hops back onto her bed and bounces some of the stuffed animals, which fall over. One of which she reaches over and picks up and straightens up, and it's a stuffed bunny doll, and it's so cute. Sorry about that, Mr. Bunny. I didn't mean to knock you over.
Archon
And she
looks
pulls
at the
over.
bunny.
Let me add
She
the
pulls
picture
him
of him.
onto her lap.
Archon looks at the bunny and stares at it intently. And he looks to Ivy and he's like, "Oh, it's so cute."
Oh god.
I know,
he
isn't
looks
he?
You know how much it hurts me to say that? Like, really? Just,
She looks over her wolves that they're looking at the bunny and she smiles.
When he
Say what
actually
you
shows
say.
up on the stream.
This is what he looks
Yeah.
like, guys.
And G says,
Everyone who's curious.
what Diane both say he looks very adorable. Oh, and don't worry, they won't try to.
oh my
attack.
god, it's terrifying.
Oh, he's adorable.
I didn't mean to make
I
him look
know.
that creepy, but
That is Mr. Bunny, everyone. Isn't he precious?
he
Yes, he's just a stuffed animal and can't move or be animated. He's just so great.
he as everyone is done looking at him and they turn
On
their
Ivy's lap.
attention or something. No,
Yeah, she takes him off her lap and puts him on the bed, on the pillow.
as they turn their attention away from him, he seems to move, but without anyone really noticing. And when he returns, he's sitting on Ivy's dresser with this in his hand.
With
What
what
is
he's
it?
saying about.
Yeah, with what in his hand? What's he got?
Look at that
Oh
stream.
god, no, not a grenade.
Oh,
It's
what
a
a little
bomb.
troublemaker.
Well, actually, wait, before I leave and before he goes to dress with a freaking bomb, I take his hat off and pat his little head. I'm still thinking he is a stuffed animal, by the way. And with that, I forget to put the hat back on.
Oh my god.
He's
No.
glares at Archeron. Dun dun dun. Motoko turns her gaze when she senses something ominous, and she's like, Archeron, she says in a low, hushed voice.
You talking to me? He asked.
Put the top back on the bunny.
Talking to me.
Put the bunny back
Why?
in the
It's
box.
just a stuffed animal.
She points at it with a shaking hand. Look.
Archeron turns around slowly and sees the bunny has moved and has a bomb in its hand. Archeron looks back and he's, why do I have to do it? I don't want to go in there.
Since Ivy and G aren't paying attention, they're like looking around at the other plushies. Mr. Bunny starts moving the bomb up and down. He's like tossing it up and down in his hand,
And
glaring,
he's
watching
plush bunny hand.
Archeron. Matoko's like, put the top hat back on his head.
What if he pulls me up?
Put it back on his head.
He slowly grabs the hat from the bed and he says, "Nice, Mr. Bunny." And he slowly grabs his hand and reaches it towards the bunny's head as he tries to put the hat back on.
Mr. Bunny allows the hat to be placed back on, and then he drops the bomb, and it rolls under Ivy's bed, still lit.
Oh my god.
Archeron quickly grabs the bomb from under the bed before he realizes the fuse is so short. It explodes on him.
Window.
It's
Well, you could
instead
probably
of
make a roll for it.
yeah. Do you want to roll like
Yes.
throwing it
I
out
wanna
the window
throw
or
it
something?
back at Mr. Bunny.
No.
No.
Yes.
You don't want to do that, but
Yes, I do.
okay then.
It's gonna be hot potato.
Roll the bomb back to Mr. Bunny then, or throw it back at him or something.
What's my ability?
Is it a
what-
strength roll, Taylor, or is it acrobatics?
I think it'd be
Dexterity?
acrobatics in order to do it quickly.
What's an acrobatic?
That's
It's a dex.
dexterity
Oh,
modifier.
yes, +3.
Yes. Oh wait, let me switch to that one. There we go.
Yes.
Ooh.
18.
You throw it back at him easily. He catches it and it stumbles in his hand. And let's roll for him. He
Oh, God.
throws it right at your face. And the
Hot potato.
the fuse is almost completely out. It has a good two throws back.
Archeron looks at the bomb and looks at the bunny and he says, "This is stupid, just take your damn bomb." And he tries to throw it back.
Oh my god.
What you get?
Archeron
Oh!
loses sanity as he's talking
18,
to
19, 20.
Rabbit.
That's amazing.
Mr.
Oh my
Bunny
God.
catches it again and sweats, or he would sweat if he could, and stares at the bomb, and then he throws it at Motoko! Motoko practically holds back a shriek of terror, and
Showing the most emotion that she ever has in this entire scene.
then she rolls to quickly throw it out the window.
Oh god.
Be a 3, be a 3. Aww.
I don't think that worked.
King the thing.
Yeah, so
He decides
Motoko
it based
Okay.
on each roll.
throws it out the window, but as she's doing it, it explodes, blackening her face as it drops outside the rest of it, shattering.
Suffering.
So Ivy and G both hear that, and Mr. Bunny's gone back to being a sweet little thing.
Archer looks
he
at
looks
Motoko
over.
and whispers, "Sorry."
You look over when the explosion happened, her wolves growling, now on edge. Well, Bulk is on edge.
What just happened?
Mr.
guys
Bunny
doing?
happened! Mr. Bunny happened! Motoko yells,
She blinks
almost.
and looks over. It's just a stuffed animal, though.
Archer looks at them. It's not just a stuffed animal.
It's
He
not.
starts
It's
to shake.
He
evil.
looks at Archeron. Well, if he meant any harm, my wolves would certainly know it. They would warn me.
He looks at the bunny. The bunny just keeps his smile. Archer
It's
glares
stitched
at it.
Smile.
"I'll get you next time."
Does Ivy know that Mr. Bunny is alive?
Of course she does.
Giggle, 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 giggle.
Yeah, she knows that he's alive.
He stays stationary though, as though he doesn't want to move in front of G.
No,
Motoko's like, I'm ready for a nice long sleep far away from him. Can you place him into like a locked chest,
Archer agrees.
Ivy?
Well, depends on where you guys want to sleep. Do you guys want to sleep in this room?
I'll see what G says.
No.
Motoko shrugs. I usually just crash on the couch, she says.
Our trend doesn't want
If
to
you
be
guys want to
anywhere.
sleep in the living room, then I can keep Mr. Bunny in here with us.
Okay, our trend says quickly as he
Okay.
runs to the living room.
I don't see what the problem is.
Outside in the living room, Ivy's grandpa has just finished up setting up his big recliner chair and the couch with pillows and blankets so that they can sleep easily. He gives you guys a warm smile, like Motoko and Archon, a warm smile before he wanders off to his bedroom to sleep like an old man does.
Yeah, his tail drags behind him. It's got a little kink tail, like little bent and like it was broken at some point in his life.
Aw.
But he's still got his balance.
Archon acknowledging that Satirical said she usually crashes on the couch, or Motoko says she usually crashes on the couch. He goes over to the lazy chair recliner and lays down.
What was whose name, Uriel?
What?
What was whose name?
He said,
The
what was
grandpa?
his name? The bunny used to belong to Slenderman. Nope. It's a totally
No.
normal, sweet, loving bunny.
A sweet little bird that
Totally.
only likes my character and Ivy's character every single time.
Well, it's not that it likes your character. He has no reason to hate you yet. And Archon took his top hat, so
I was just petting him.
Why does
you
he
didn't
not,
give it back.
why does he not like Motoko?
Oh, it's
they've got a
long.
long history.
Yeah. long
They've
long
got a
history.
very long history.
G can't even see him, so
Motoko
I don't think
wants
he
to-
would probably cause any trouble.
Yeah, Motoko once ripped Mr. Bunny apart, either on purpose or by accident, and after his body was fixed, he never liked her.
I can't remember how it happened exactly, but yeah, that's
Can I
basically it.
destroy Mr. Bunny as well? Like, maybe we
No.
can incinerate him together.
He'll always come back. He's like Chucky the killer doll. So, anyways, so Motoko settles down to rest on the couch and just chills out, staring up at the ceiling blankly. Everyone else, are you guys getting ready to sleep?
G is
Ivy makes-
Ivy wondering where she could sleep, especially before wolves.
Ivy makes room on the bed for G and her wolves, since G is pretty big. Clears
How
out a
tall
lot of
is
this-
G?
G is 6'2".
Jeez.
Dang, she's taller than
Almost as tall as
Archeron.
me.
Oh, I thought he was 6 foot.
Taller than me. Yeah, sorry, no. Just taller than me.
So Ivy clears out some of the stuffed animals off the bed and pats the bedspread so that her wolves will know to come up here. And then
Where's
Ivy
Mr.
takes
Bunny?
the beanbag chair. Mr. Bunny is in Ivy's arms. He's going to sleep with her on
Okay,
the
good.
beanbag chair for now.
Oh.
Who knows if he'll move
Aw.
during the night.
G
He gets a
looks
wall of
over-
cats to protect him. Archon does.
She looks over at where the sound came from and walks over. She feels the bed and sits down for a second. Quick question, Satirical, since you're the dungeon master. You know how like you've seen G from Aladdin, right? Satirical.
Yes.
You know how he can like change his size and such.
Yes.
Would that be allowed for G?
No. That would have to
What?
be. You'd have to be casting a spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the spell for that is called Enlarge Reduce.
Okay. Then never mind. Then she sits on the bed quietly. Her wolves climb up.
And plus,
And
it
lay
wears
down.
off usually after an hour, I believe.
Yeah. No. Enlarge Reduce is like a minute.
Oh, really? Jeez, what the heck?
That's too short. That's
It's
short.
usually just for combat. Like each round of combat is like, or actually each turn in combat is 6 seconds. So a minute usually lasts quite a few rounds.
All right, so you guys are sitting down to sleep, and
Yeah.
like both of you,
Yes.
and Archeron is also right.
Yes, he's gathered with all the kitties.
Motoko makes sure to keep them far away from her. For comfort's sake, her size begins to reduce until she's a fluffy fox laying down on the couch. She just chills
Archon's
out
already
really
asleep,
good.
so he doesn't notice.
The blanket is on her already, so it's just like a wolf laying on its front, just chilling. Yeah, what should Mr. Bunny do during the night? Because now that everyone's sleeping, we're gonna end the camp, or we're gonna end the session here, guys. Feet, a knife, a stab someone. Obvious
How about he
choice.
stays in Ivy's room? I like that idea.
How about he stays in Ivy's room and just dies?
Nobody wants to wake up to Mr. Bunny in their face. Especially
But-
after they threw a grenade in his tent.
But think, Archeron, you'd wake up thinking that it's a cat on your chest, and you wake up feeling
It's
happy and
Mr.
content
Bunny.
as you open your eyes to go pet this cat,
And then it's Mr.
only to
Bunny.
find out it's Mr.
Mr. Bunny staring down at you.
Get another plush and have its head be ripped off and have it lay next to it.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
So you want Mr. Bunny to tear a stuffed animal's head off and put it next to Motoko or Archeron?
How about how about he does like he rips the limbs off of like to a doll and puts one of each on Ivy and or not Ivy but Motoko and me, and then there's a little note and says, "Watch your backs."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Yes.
Mr. Bunny should magically sleep near. That'd be scary.
Mr. Bunny should get romantic,
No.
even though he's an evil demon
Alright,
creature.
guys, we're ending the stream now. Everyone's
He
sleeping.
has no romance.
Next session, they'll be heading out to the next town to start making their way to each different section.
They'll be making their way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and they're
And I'm homebound. Da-na-na-na-na. What are you doing with Ivy?
I know, I was like waiting for you to
Wow.
notice all her eyebrows.
That's so bitty.
Look at
Is
her
that Mr.
eyebrows. Why are they
Bunny's
so
doing?
dark?
She's gonna have a few eyes as well.
Oh my god.
Liz,
Okay.
no?
You can't really see.
What is
because
that?
One
What
of
was
her
the
eyes
green
is.
stuff?
Oh, that's a mask. It was for her Homestuck. Why are you doing that to her?
Oh.
That looks cool. Let's give her a few mouths too. So everyone,
Bye-bye.
say your goodbyes.
Bye guys.
Hope you had fun, guys.
Adios.
See you later. Can't
Bye.
wait for the next stream.
Oh my gosh, that's creepy.
Oh
What are you
my
doing to
god,
her?
it's terrifying.
Please no. Don't mess with Ivy like that.
Oh my god, wait, what were you wearing just
I'm
now?
stuck.
Yeah, that's her Rogue of Life outfit.
Ooh.
Alright,
wow.
we're ending
No,
the
I'm
stream
joking.
now.
Okay, but
Bye.
Bye.